His heart sank a bit when the second set of doors opened, and the light from the hall behind him flooded into the compartment. Before him sprawled a larger space than he'd originally estimated. Much larger.
This is gonna take forever.
Stef groaned. The words left the audio grill beneath his head only to return mockingly, echoing off the walls of the cavernous cargo hold. A very exhaustive 3-minute search left Stef dispirited. The constant tap, tap, tap his footfalls made against the bare, high-impact composite floor began to grate on him as he inspected container after container. The search wore on. The sharp, rhythmic sound made him wish he had mufflers to place over the audio pods on either side of his head. Maybe he would concede this round to Mom and Dad. Then he saw it. Did he see it? Towards the back. It was near the huge hangar access doors, a single conspicuous shielded cargo container.
Jackpot.
Upon stepping into the container, the short antenna atop his head lost all electrical signals, which of course was the point. His parents were too devious to leave his prize in an unshielded can, open to remote scans. Box upon box of Yeasty Boys donuts filled his view visor.
I don't think Commodore Station will miss a box or two,
Stef said as he slipped a box free of its housing. The box opened before him as if by magic rather than his own hands, revealing a colorful array of treats. Green frosting with pink swirls here, blue glazes embedded with fruity chunks there, nuts and toppings in plentiful variety. Stef hovered over the box with delight output across his visor. He swore celebratory light emanated from the box. He wouldn't just toss these down his fission chamber.
I'm gonna savor this.
Far too many donuts and far too few minutes later, Stef lounged in the cockpit of the ship even more lazily than usual. The composite reinforced tubing that formed the more flexible parts of his chassis bulged from excessive intake. One arm hung to the side, the access door to the fission chamber on his abdomen lay open. His other arm reached for the last donut, almost reluctantly. Almost.
I'm gonna regret this.
He tossed in the last donut. It crumbled into ever tinier pieces as the core of his fission chamber ingested it, and broke it down to its component atoms. His soft bits bulged even more. Applying a little bit more effort than usual, he forced the door to his fission chamber shut. The empty donut box watched him struggle, silently judging him. Stef lay in the cockpit seat, shoulders slumped, arms hanging to his sides, stomach and chest littered with festively colored crumbs. With just a slight shift of his weight, the door of his fission chamber popped open in protest. What would his parents think? That thought barely had time to flash through his mind before he received an incoming comm notice. The notice spread across the forward view screen, the text made even more imposing because it spanned the height of the screen all the way to the ceiling. Incoming comm. Hastily, Stef snapped his fission chamber shut and jammed the donut box into the recycle bin. He worked furiously under the glow of the view screen above and the insistent message. Incoming comm. Incoming comm. He had to add one last touch before he could answer. His arms shot out in all directions over the vast array of multicolored buttons and switches on the console as he pulled up just the right variety of navigation charts and delivery schedules to appear appropriately engaged in his supply run. Boop. He tapped the bright green accept comm button. The lights